Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be telling you about what clothes you need to bring to college and where I made mistakes in packing last summer before I started my freshman year at RIT. So some of these things will be kind of specific to RIT just because it's such a specific climate a lot of the year, but most of them are pretty general and things that people who go anywhere can use and appreciate. So let's just get right into it. I'm gonna go through some different categories, and I know they're kind of mixed up, but it's okay. I'll just start. So I'm gonna start with clothes you wear to class, just baseline. So at least at RIT, and I think most places, except for some of the more like strict, maybe religious colleges, there isn't a dress code for the most part. Besides, like, you can't show up wearing something like super scandalous or like whatever, you know what I mean? But for the most part, you can pretty much wear whatever you want. But keep in mind that in the summer, it gets really hot, and even in Rochester, which is like super north, Rochester, New York, it's still like 90 degrees in August when you're first arriving at school. So keep that in mind when you're dressing for class, because you want to be cool on your way there, but sometimes the buildings are freezing because they keep the AC blasting, so it's so cold in there. So my first advice is always bring a sweatshirt with you to class. That's not really like a piece of clothing to bring, but it's just advice regarding clothes, or a sweater or something just that you have to put on when you're in class. It can be something as small as you can like throw in your backpack, or if you want to carry it there, that's totally fine. I normally brought a sweater with me, or was just wearing a sweater, like just like a cardigan kind of thing with my outfit regardless. So it wasn't really an issue for me, but I definitely knew that some of my classes were super cold. I pretty much wore leggings and a t-shirt or a sweatshirt the entire semester to class because people don't really dress up that nice for class. Every once in a while I would dress up and it would make me feel really nice and I really liked doing it, but it was just not really feasible for mornings for me sometimes. So I tried to make an effort to at least dress like cute, to say, like, as in putting on jeans, a cute shirt or a skirt or a dress or something like that at least once a week. If I got more than that, that was really impressive and I was having a great week. But you can obviously bring like t-shirts and sweatshirts and stuff, but limit yourself to like 10 or 15 t-shirts and like 10 sweatshirts, because you can always switch them out when you go home. And specifically for t-shirts, you'll get some when you go to college through orientation week, and if you join a sorority or something like that, or even just at different events at school, or you can go buy new t-shirts when you get up there at the bookstore or whatever. So don't bring too many, and I really limited myself to only bring t-shirts that I actually wore on a regular basis, because I have so many, like 2 drawers solely dedicated to t-shirts, but I really only wear the same like 10 or so. So I made sure to limit myself on that when I was going to college, and I was really happy because I almost didn't have enough room in my drawers to fit all my t-shirts. And okay, now that I'm thinking about it, I probably ended up bringing around 20, but they were like long sleeve and short sleeve. It was like a mix of them. And I ended up wearing way more long sleeve t-shirts just all year round than I did short sleeve t-shirts. Okay, what else? Leggings. Literally live in leggings. I mainly wear black leggings, but most of for like casual wear, but my workout leggings are a lot of different colors. So I would definitely bring like as many leggings as you want, because you will literally wear them all the time. I wore them all year round because I'm not a huge shorts person. Sorry, my hair keeps like blowing in my face. I'm not a huge shorts person. Even in the summer, I'd rather wear leggings and a t-shirt than shorts and a t-shirt. Just, I don't like the way shorts fit my body. It's like, I don't know, I just don't like them. They're not comfortable for me. So I just wear leggings most of the time, but obviously if you want to wear shorts, totally bring shorts just for the summer especially, and even into the winter you might sleep in them and stuff. Jeans, I wore a lot to class, specifically ripped jeans. I literally had to buy a new pair of not ripped jeans because I didn't own any that I liked and that fit me well. But definitely bring a mix of both, because as it gets colder in the year, depending on where you go, you're not really going to want to wear ripped jeans as often. I still did, but just not as often. Sweatshirts, I said, again, limit yourself. And obviously you can bring a bring skirts or dresses if you wear them a lot, but if you know that you're not gonna wear them, don't force yourself thinking that you're gonna like completely change your wardrobe in a month at school. Wear what you're comfortable with, and you don't want to bring clothes that you're never gonna wear. So I did wear a lot of skirts and dresses in the summer especially, so I did bring a number of them, and I'll touch on this later, but I also needed them for sorority stuff. And workout clothes, go to the gym. I put loungewear on here, and the only thing I could really think of for that was sweatpants. I'm not a huge sweatpants person. I much prefer leggings to sweatpants. So if you prefer sweatpants, obviously bring them. People don't really wear sweatpants that often to class. They do a little bit more in the winter, but not really, at least at RIT. So bring them, but I don't think many people wear them to like actually go to class. Okay, so then I have special occasions. So this was kind of a broad category, but there were just things that like weren't fitting into the other ones. So I'm gonna talk specifically about sorority and recruitment and stuff. And also I guess this goes for like fraternity recruitment too. But for sorority recruitment, pretty much no matter where you go, you're going to need dresses at some point. Oftentimes you'll need a white dress, you'll need a black dress, just depends. So definitely bring some like nicer outfits that you can even just wear out to dinner with your friends, but bring some nicer dresses or like nice flowy pants that you can pair with a blouse, things like that, because you will use them, especially if you're going to rush. I don't know how rush and recruitment and all that kind of stuff is going to work this fall because of COVID. Heard rumors that different schools are doing like online and stuff. We haven't got anything for how RIT is going to do it yet, but I would just plan accordingly based on like what you hear from your school, but bring them in just in case if you're not like sure if you want to rush or not, because it's always just nice to have those like few nicer pieces. Bring business casual clothes. You never know when a professor is going to want you to present in business casual, and you don't want to be like hung out to dry and not have anything. So even if you just have like a pencil skirt, a blouse, and a blazer, that's pretty much set. I did Model 1 in high school, so I had so much business casual. I didn't use it at all over the semester, but I definitely had but I know I had friends who did, so it's better to have just in case. I just kept it in a bin under my bed because I had so much under the bed storage. And I'm gonna bring it again this fall because you never know when you're gonna need it. You really only need 1 or 2 pairs of heels. I brought 3 just because I didn't know that we were gonna need a white pair, so I had to have my mom send them to me, but it was still really helpful later on in the semester. I'm gonna touch slightly on party clothes, going to a completely sober gathering, because most of us are under 21, right? So party clothes, I will advise bring jeans or jean skirts, have some cute tops that you could also, like, a lot of people just wore their like tank tops or their crop tops like in the summer too, but a lot of people wore them to parties all year round. Hey guys, Editing Emma here. Really quickly, I just wanted to say that you can wear whatever you want to parties and go to them, don't go to them, it doesn't really matter. I just am talking about my experience and what I found that I was wearing, what my friends were wearing, and what I felt confident going in. So wear whatever you feel confident in. If this doesn't specify to you, then just totally ignore it. But yeah, so just wanted to do a quick disclaimer. Something that you're not gonna get hot in, but also have a jacket, like a party jacket, that if you lose at a party, you won't be absolutely devastated about. Don't obviously go out and like, I guess you could specifically go out and buy a cheap one, but I just used a jean jacket that I didn't really care as much about. After I had borrowed one of my sorority sisters' jean jackets and I didn't want to lose theirs, I got my own so that I wouldn't lose theirs. But just have a jacket that if you do take it off and set it down and you lose it forever, you're not going to be devastated. Don't wear your favorite things to parties because wild things happen at these completely sober events. And also have a pair of shoes that you're going to wear to parties that you won't be upset about. Girls, do not wear your white shoes. That was my biggest mistake. I wore my white Vans and they are ruined. So they're now my party shoes because I washed them and they are a little bit cleaner, but not by much. Just don't wear them unless you somehow like seal them and make them like waterproof. Don't wear them. Get like black Vans or like a darker color, or I know Air Force Ones are easier to clean, so you could always do that, but And don't wear open toe shoes to parties. Like, wear closed-toed shoes because you don't want your feet to get stepped on by other people. Okay, you get the point, I hope. RIT doesn't have a football team, so our game days are for hockey games, and it's obviously like cold in the hockey rink, so people pretty much wear sweatshirts and stuff. So we don't have like that game day culture as much as some schools, such as like Penn State. But if you do have a game day and you know your school has that, make sure you bring fun game day outfits, like skirts and like different shirts that like show your school pride and things like that. It's just so you're not just showing up in like a boring t-shirt to game day. Bring comfortable shoes. I know you want to look cute and I know you want to look your best to go to class and things like that, but you're going to be walking so much, especially if you have a really big campus. I, on average, walked like 7 miles a day, according to my Apple Watch, and my feet would be so tired at the end of the day, even if I wore like my most comfortable shoes. So have some like cute shoes to wear when you go out to dinner or if you're going to a special event with your friends. But for everyday, like day-to-day basis, I wore my Vans, my sneakers, like my just normal Nikes, and my Blundstone boots almost the entire time, because they were just the most comfortable things that I had, and they went with a lot of different things, so it just made sense to have those. Don't bring a billion shoes. Bring like one kind of each shoe if you must. Like, oh, bring shower shoes if you're in communal bathrooms, because that's nasty. You're not gonna have that much space in your room, so you don't want to have just shoes everywhere, because clutter really piles up quickly in dorm rooms. If you're going somewhere that's cold, get and invest into a good pair of snow boots or like thicker like winter boots. I know a lot of people at RIT had Tim's, those Sperry boots, Blundstone boots. What else? Can't think of anything any other ones off the top of my head, but you want a good pair of snow boots because it snows so much and your feet get so cold if they get wet. It's just not a good experience. Don't do that to yourself. But speaking of winter stuff, invest in a good jacket, especially like if you're going somewhere cold. Obviously, if you're going to like LA, somewhere in LA, don't do this. But going to RIT, I knew that the winters were going to be brutal, and they were. Definitely invest in a good jacket. I got an Eddie Bauer jacket. It's so warm. It's a parka. I'll try to insert pictures of things along the way. I mean, obviously you've seen that since I'm editing it later, but you get the point, just so you can see what I'm talking about for some different things. But I got an Eddie Bauer parka, and it's so warm. It was a little bit pricey, but it definitely was worth its weight in gold. It was so good. I was so warm, never cold in that thing. But also you want to have a good raincoat, because earlier in the year it might be raining, and walking around wet campus is not good. So invest in a good raincoat too. So both of mine are Eddie Bauer. I have a Eddie Bauer raincoat and a parka. But I know that Canada Goose is a really popular brand. What else? Like North Face, Eddie Bauer is really popular. Just a good jacket, because it will pay off. Trust me, they might not be like the cutest, but they're so warm. Obviously bring hats, gloves, scarves if you're going somewhere cold. If you have a fall break, you can always like switch out this stuff over your fall break. You're not gonna need a beanie in August, but because it starts to get cold in like October in Rochester, and I wasn't gonna have the opportunity to come home, I pretty much just brought everything with me to begin with, just because I didn't want to be without it if it got cold earlier, because it can start to snow in like end of September or early October in Rochester. A lot of people wore beanies. They were really popular, like Carhartt. I can't think of any other brands off the top of my head. Everyone wears different things at RIT because it's such a big school, but so I know Carhartt's really popular. The beanies with the puffballs on the top are my personal favorite. I think they're so cute. I have a couple. Again, I'll try to insert some pictures. And scarves are really important, but make sure you get scarves that don't shed onto all of your other clothing, because I had this one scarf that would just shed little pieces of fuzz everywhere, and it was so warm, but it just ruined some of my clothes. And you're so limited on the number of clothes that you have at school, you don't want to ruin anything already. And then sweaters, I lived in sweaters starting in like September through when I had to come home in March for COVID, basically. So you want really warm sweaters. I think that's it. My biggest advice is, like, don't let anyone tell you you're packing too much, because if it gives you that security and you feel more comfortable leaving home with more stuff, then pack more stuff. Like, obviously within reason, because you only have so much room in your dorm, but like if you want to pack 10 extra t-shirts, that's fine. You just might have to rearrange and like be really organized at school, because again, you don't have that much room. But bring what you feel comfortable. Bring your favorites. Don't bring something that you haven't worn in 3 years, because you're definitely not going to wear it. And just be yourself. Don't try to dress like the other girls because you want to fit in. Like, dress like yourself at college, and don't college is a time to like express yourself and like find yourself. And obviously if your style changes, that's totally okay, and that's awesome, but don't try to force yourself to conform. Just be yourself and I think your clothes are one of the biggest expressions of that. And yeah, like wear whatever you want, because there's no one there to tell you differently. So those are all my things. I feel like I talked really fast. Yeah, I will be doing a pack with me video later this summer. We go back to school tentatively, hopefully, fingers crossed, August 19th. So I'll be leaving like mid-August to go back up to school. So I'll definitely be doing a pack with me video. So I'll show you what I'm bringing. This is going into my second year, but it's technically my junior year because I'm graduating in three years. So I don't have that much longer at school. So I kind of had to learn quickly. But I will definitely show you what I'm bringing and do all that. This is the very first video in my back to school series that I'm going to be doing. I am going to be doing a video in the coming weeks of what to pack for college, and kind of showing you like me going through all the stuff that I brought. It's all piled up in my basement. And then what I would change and what I would bring differently and things like that. So stay tuned for those videos. I'm super excited. And again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram for all things college and stuff later on this year. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.